I love America to death. I love America. I've been
buddy.
I've been in this country my whole life. I left home at 17. I've been coast to coast, north and south, everywhere in between. This country is amazing. It's filled of amazing people. David Adiv, he's traveled the whole world. He said, there's no place like this place. There's no place like this place. There's no place like this where I wish you guys could have been alive and really understood what it was like to be growing up in the 90s, man. Early 2000s. It was fun. It was the Pax Americana. We had just finished war in our minds. The big bad Russia was gone. The good guys won. We got love. We got peace. The races are together. Will Smith is the biggest star in the world. Fresh Prince is the biggest show on television. The best golfer on earth is black. The best rapper on earth is white. Everything was great. We were Americans, man. We had won.
Okay.
And then slowly but surely, they started stealing from us. Then they wanted their riches. They were the only power in the world. And in 2008, there was a recession. They got greedy. The war cost too much. They lost control. Occupy Wall Street was the first thing that happened. Finally, the people, after 10 years of bullshit, looked up and said, we got to do something about this. The corporations and the government are corrupt. They're stealing from us. And you had Black Panthers and Tea Party Republicans marching together hand in hand saying, Wall Street's us. Wall Street is in bed with government and they're screwing us. And so the theory now becomes that Wall Street and the banks got together and said, well, we got to divide these people. We can't have these people coming together. Just let's start a race war. Let's start a gender war. Let's say that straight people hate gay people. Let's get these people fighting with each other about things that they can't change about themselves. It's
Right.
not, you can't even, it's not like an intellectual debate where we can have like a conversation and say, well, I agree with more government spending. I disagree with, we can change and change our minds or have an intellectual. You can't change who you are. And that's what they did. They got us to fight with each other over things we can't change. And while we're fighting with each other over things we can't change, they stole another decade from us. And now, 2000, this election, not even allowed to question if it's fishy. No matter how fishy it is, not allowed to question it. They silence you. They censor you. They put you in jail. And we're coming up on 2024.
So what's your call to action?
Be bold, man.
Be bold how?
The future favors the bold. Be loud.
Be loud, like loud in your truth.
Be loud in your truth.
Trust yourself. Educate yourself. Trust your brain. If something's telling you something's off or something's wrong and something's fishy, don't be afraid to speak up about it.
Yeah, and don't be kind. Don't be kind. They've used our kindness for weakness. Yeah. Don't be nice. Be bold. Somebody says we got to wear this mask. You tell them no.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? Make them feel it. Do not give that business $1. Put that business out of business.
Right.
Make them feel it. They're trying to implement the repression of you as a human being. This is not political.
Right.
They're closing the walls in on your cell.
So maintain that. Put your arms up and take a little bit of a stand, and don't when they tell you have to wear a mask to come in here,
absolutely.
Either say I'm sorry, I'm not with all that shit. If you are, I'll leave.
Because you know why so many other people feel that way, but they're looking for somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
They're looking.
Now I think you can do it, kind of politely, but just let them know, they're losing your business. Like, you don't need to be like, you don't have to be like that.
That's probably not the way to do it.
You can be, disagreeable, but you can also do it, like how he said, you don't have to be nice, but you can be kind about it. You can do it in a kind way.
Then we have to have the will to do what needs doing. We have to have the will to take the country back from the people that stole it. And I'm not talking about Democrats, and I'm not talking about Joe Biden. I'm talking about 2001. I'm talking about global interests. I'm talking about 600 elected federal officials that have put 330 million Americans in a recession, that have increased the price of food and gas on 330 million Americans. That won't tell you what happened to 2,000 missing people in Maui. That locked you down for an arbitrary amount of time over things that they now admit were bullshit. Didn't work. The lockdowns didn't work. The mask mandates didn't work, and they're bringing them back. Because
How are they bringing the mask mandates back?
Because the truth of the matter is, Mick, the mask mandates did work.
What's the point of the mask?
They did work.
Why a mask again?
The point of the mask was to get rid of Donald Trump. It worked. Deep down
He's still
in
popping
the
around. He's probably more popular than ever.
Deep down in the deepest orifices of their soul, these people will admit to you that they loved COVID. COVID gave them everything they ever wanted.
Okay.
COVID gave them the power that they wanted. They love 9/11 because it was a distraction.
Love 9/11, huh?
They love 9/11. It was a distraction.
Well, the ones who made it, who did it?
Oh, yeah. Look at the power it gave them.
Right. Patriot Act.
And nobody even looked at them. Nobody even looked at inside of us and said, what did we do to get Osama bin Laden so mad? And then you look at Madeleine Albright.
He hates our freedom.
2 years earlier, Madeleine Albright doing an interview where she admits to killing 500,000 people in the Middle East.
Why'd she do that?
Well, we thought about it. You can see the video. Dave Smith played it on Rogan. We thought about it, and we said, you know what? This is terrible, but it's worth it. It's worth it to protect Americans. There we go. We got to kill 500,000 people to protect Americans.